This episode is brought to you by Internet Trolls. Internet Trolls are similar to the kid in the back of your middle school classroom that makes fart noises with his armpit. It's funny at first, but then you don't want to be near him because you know his hands smell like musky underarms. Or in an Internet Troll's case, ball juice. To an Internet Troll, your posts are like his Palmer's cocoa butter lotion, and your reactions to his comments are his crusty socks. So be very cautious when he's stroking away at the keyboard. Once the Internet Troll gets to stroking away, they will not stop until your screen is full of their unnecessary input. So if you feel like you've had an experience with a Internet Troll and you'd like to rid yourself of them, give us a visit at www.trollnutaway.com and sign up for one of our payment plans. One more time, that site is www.trollnutaway.com. Now let's start the episode.
Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes.
Welcome to episode 12 of the Our Sins and Woes podcast, the podcast where a bunch of dumbass millennials talk about their dumbass perspectives, their dumbass opinions, their dumbass mistakes, and their dumbass complaints. I'm your host, Nelson, and thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, let me go give a huge shout out to 795 Production. Every episode, every fucking time. Very much appreciate them. And they got some shit cooking on the goddamn Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So make sure you keep it following out. 795 Productions. If you don't know how to spell productions, just stay away. So with that all being said, let me go ahead and introduce my guest today, Chino Magic. What's up, baby?
Hey, it don't matter. You know, I already know what time it is. It's CHINO It's that nigga. You know, I already know. Let's go ahead and start.
I'm geeked already. Homeboy for a long time. This should be a very entertaining one. You're a rapper. We're gonna get straight into the bullshit.
See.
You're a rapper.
See.
Can we do English this episode?
Yes.
Yo, so I gotta ask, like, what are reactions that people give you, like, when you, like, if it comes up in conversation, what reactions that people give you when you say, hey, I'm a rapper?
Oh, man. Hey, every time you say, yo, I'm a rapper, and they just be like, yeah, a rapper. Another one. Then they be like, all right, what you rap about? I'm like, what you like?
Like, what do you, like, what is your taste, or like, what do you like to rap about?
Nah, I just asked them, like, what you like?
Oh, you asked them specifically.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I asked them specifically, like, what you like? And if they say J. Cole, I start spitting some J. Cole type shit. and then
I be say Lil Uzi Vert.
If they say Lil Uzi Vert, I'll be like, look, man, I got some shit. It may sound like a Lil Uzi the way I'm spitting, but you know that shit don't got no vert in it though.
All Lil Uzi, no vert.
Yeah, all Lil Uzi, just
all bad. How often do you get a feature request?
Man, a lot of people be asking, but they don't want to pay that price.
All right. You'll never come across a nigga and be like, yo, let me hear what you got first, and then, like, not charge them? Fuck no.
I mean, I've had, like, 2 people I work with outside of, you know, homies. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, I usually, if they don't want to pay, they don't get to play.
Oh, I came back. When somebody walks up to you and says that, they'd be like, if you tell them they're a rapper, they'd be like, shoot me a freestyle. They'd be like, give me a 16.
Man, so when somebody says that shit, it's really about how I feel. Usually I'll be fucking around. I'll be like, nah, you gotta pay me for that.
Yeah.
But if they don't, sometimes
you charge them for a 16 freestyle?
I mean, I just be saying it just to see who. Hey, one day somebody gonna pay me just to get the 16. Shit.
Testing the water.
Yeah, I'm always testing the waters.
You're all bad.
Hey, what is it? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
All big facts.
Exactly. You gotta take them shots. Look, you never know who you come across. It might be a CEO of some company. You're like, oh, hey, you know what? I like that shit. I like it.
How many times have you spit a 16 for somebody?
Too many to count.
Still. So it does happen.
Yeah.
Without charging.
Yeah.
Hey, take that.
Hey, look, it's marketing. It's marketing at the end of the day. So you gotta take the marketing however you can get it.
No, I understand 100%. It's funny because, like, when I think about the podcast, and like I get requests all the time. Shout out to Des World, because that nigga stays in my DMs talking about let me get on the podcast. But so shout out to him, because I still ain't told him yes yet. But but like I get niggas that they'll slide into my DMs, or like even if I'm going out in public, people will be like, hey, big pause. But people will like hit me up like, yo, let me be on the podcast, or I got people that be on the podcast, and now like I've had to like learn to be like, interest me. Give me 5 minutes of conversation. It doesn't matter what you talk about. Talk about something for 5 minutes and just interest me.
Right.
If I'm not interested in the 5 minutes, you can't be on a podcast.
Right.
Because it's not like I'm not going to be asking you a bunch of questions and then we're just going to go with that. Like at the end of the episode, it's like, okay, thank you for joining us in our questionnaire today. Like, no, it's a conversation. It's a two-way thing.
Right.
So I need somebody that's going to talk back to me. And if you're not interested, what the fuck am I having you on my podcast for? Like,
Right.
This ain't for me. This is for the viewers.
Right.
So I'll have a whole bunch of people that will slide in my DMs and they be like, hey, I want to do an interview. Be like, oh, that's not what we do here. This is an interview. And those niggas will say nothing back. Next. And then I'll have a nigga that'll be like, okay, like, what do you want to talk about? Let's talk about, like, life, today's culture, and society and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, we do that every episode. Be a little bit more specific.
Boring.
Right.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit more specific. And they'd be like, let's talk about police brutality. Okay, congratulations, you bought yourself 8 minutes of content. Like, what else you got? Like, oh, we can also talk about, like, these bitches. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to segue off of, like, police brutality into these bitches. Like,
Right.
you're going to have to come with a little bit more.
Right.
Oh, that's all I got for now. Next. Like, it's so simple. Like, just if you're trying to get on the podcast, be interesting. It's
Right.
like somebody walking up to you and saying, hey, I want to be, like, a feature. Be good at rapping. Like,
Oh shit, nah, man. See, it be more into it. You know, you gotta look at how can they help you produce numbers.
mm-hmm.
Can you make money if you invest? So that's how I do, man. Even like, so I got some mainstream artists that I'm about to try and work with. Some mainstream people in general that I'm trying to work with, whether it's just a funny video, all that shit. And I got to take into account, is that investment really worth the time or not?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing when you receive the money. Like it's all right to receive, $500 or $750 from a feature.
Yeah.
But then what are you gonna do with it? It's like you wasting your talent, your lyrics on that. You could have said that shit on a fire ass track.
Yeah, right.
And you got a feature from somebody who's gonna help you blow up with it. So.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing I don't have to worry about. Like, it's for me, it's not about cutting a check or anything like that. It's like, can you produce the content? Can you produce the conversation? Can you, like, keep it going? This is a two-way thing. This is 50% you talking, 50% me talking. Can you contribute that 50%?
Right.
Most of these motherfuckers get on like, oh, well, when I'm drunk and I'm at the bar, like, I can talk for hours. Okay, cool. But, like, what happens when you're sober?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. You gotta have that energy at all times.
Can you fly off of, like, how good are you at, like, keeping the conversation going when I say something, as opposed to, like, when you start the conversation and shit like that.
Right.
So it's a crazy ballpark in which this social media production and, like, getting your name out there on social media, and then everybody's trying to, like, trying to be a part of what you're doing.
Right.
And then they always think that, like, oh, I have something to contribute to you. And you looking at it like, but really, do you? Like,
Right.
You can't be a little Uzi Vert trying to hop on my J. Cole track. Like,
Exactly. Unless that's your target.
J. Cole and Lil Uzi Vert at the same time?
Hey, would anybody have ever thought J. Cole and 21 Savage would have made a song?
Yes.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
21 Savage raps about real shit.
Yeah,
Like,
he a real ass artist, but the way they deliver their shit is completely different. Like when I think J. Cole, I feel like he's in the same lane as Logic, Chance the Rapper, all of them. Like,
nah, I can't give you that.
I feel like they kind of complement each other though.
Nah, I can't give you that. And the only reason I can't give you that is because, like, when I think about when I first started thinking that I fuck with J. Cole, like, this nigga is raw, was Looking for Trouble. When he came out during the when Kanye was dropping all those songs every Friday, and J. Cole finished the fucking nastiest verse of Looking for Trouble.
Yeah, that shit was
like,
fire.
yeah. I was like, okay, I can see him rapping with a 21 Savage
What
nigga.
did he say at that time? He said something about some
I was on some math class shit.
What did he say?
Or what
Bust a
you-
nut,
or-
fuck the world,
didn't he-
fuck the
didn't-
world,
didn't he
bust a
say-
nut, let my semen sprout.
Didn't he say something about so you are what you eat and I still ain't pussy?
Big
that
facts.
nigga went ham on that joke. Though. I was like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can see that nigga rapping with like a 21 Savage type nigga, but like
I mean,
before then, no, I don't see that nigga coming in with like a nobody's perfect verse and then hopping on the 21 Savage track. But then even if you think about it, like.
It's versatility at the end of the day. You gotta be able to be in every lane though.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, for us to really say that he doesn't sound right with a vert, I mean we don't know what it sounds like.
I
yet.
don't know. 21 Savage is one thing, but Lil Uzi Vert, I don't see J.
We
Cole
just don't
really
know
giving-
what it would sound like. Have you heard the song with Vert and Pharrell?
No.
It's called Neon Guts. This shit actually kind of goes.
Neon Guts.
Yes.
It
kinda goes.
Everything wrong with that right now.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I mean, but that shit.
All I see is a bunch of niggas at a rave fucking a whole bunch of bitches. Like,
But, and that could be what it's about, honestly. But the shit goes though. It's kind of
I'm gonna
tight.
check it out though.
And it could be just because Pharrell's on it.
Big facts.
But
Big facts.
but you know that's here. Hey, that's what they say whatever they say.
I don't know. Until I see a J. Cole and Lil Uzi Vert, then maybe I'll give it credit. But since I haven't seen it yet, I don't believe that's a thing. But how often does, like, when you tell somebody you're a rapper, how often do you have to get involved in that? Like, oh, I have a friend that's a rapper.
Every time.
Where does that go?
Every time. So it'll be just like this, right? I say I'm a rapper. Cause believe it or not, I guess people just assume I'm an R&B singer. Every time
Wait,
I say,
what?
Yeah.
You say you're a rapper and they think you're an R&B singer?
They're like, what? You are a rapper? Oh my gosh, I saw R&B all over you. I'll be like, R&B? Be like, who the fuck how do I look like an R&B singer to you?
You usher ass nigga.
They was like, then they be like, I don't know. I was
Chris
like, so
Breezy
I'll
with
be,
the
I'll be like, so what you told me was, like, when it's a female, I'll be like, so what you told me was I look good and I look smooth as shit. That's what you told me. And they'd be like, well, I mean, I ain't gonna say all that, but I mean, maybe. I'll be like, all right, cool. So now that we got that out the way, so after that, I'm a rapper, and then they'd be like, oh,
Now I know
okay.
what your motives are.
Yeah, facts. So yeah, and then I tell them I'm a rapper, and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, my cousin Boo Boo," and hold on.
Hey, yo, everybody got a cousin named Boo Boo.
Like
Like,
yeah, my
that's
cousin
a fact.
Boo Boo, and I got another cousin named Twee. Yeah, they both and Twine. Yeah, Twine. He be rapping too. And I'll be like, all right, true. So, I mean, I was trying to talk about my music, but
Let's go ahead and talk about your cousin.
yeah, Twine. Yeah, he been rapping for like 7 years. I'll be like, all right, that's cool. Yeah,
Yo, who's
cool.
got a cousin named Twine?
That's the nickname for Antoine. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I got a cousin named
Why just call him Twine?
You got?
I have
got
questions.
some
Like,
names
just call him nigga Twine. Oh, fucking bad.
But yeah, so after that, then they start getting into the whole fucking history lesson of
How
their
they started
cousins
out.
and how their cousins started rapping, how long they been rapping, where they rapped at. I'll be like, all right, that's cool, but you gotta be respectful because you trying to create a fan. So you be like this, you be like, word,
You be letting them have that bullshit that they be spitting.
for real, word. All right, cool. All right, yeah. So hey, about my album though.
You be trying to slide that in.
Yeah. Hey, about that album though. Hey, so this song right here, you like? Be like, where? Hey,
It sounds like Twine.
Yeah, be like, Hey, they gotta. Hey, so sometimes you gotta play the role, right?
Yeah.
So they keep talking about Twine. So I'd be like, all right, yeah, let me hear a little bit of his music.
You don't really be paying attention.
Don't be paying attention. I just want to see if that's what they like. If they like that shit.
It's because you got a song to match it?
Yep.
Savage.
Gotta have a song that matches it.
Savage is fine. I think the podcast world is way worse because, like, if you're not a rapper, somebody who doesn't have that cousin Twine that raps, yo, I'm not letting that go for the rest of the episode. Twine is the go-to, but but if you don't have that cousin that raps, then like there's no mutual interest in the conversation. But everybody is a talker in their own sight. Like everybody in their own world is a talker. So everybody's like, "Oh, you should let me on your podcast. Oh, I got friends that should be on your podcast." I had a homie that hit me up the other day and was like, "Hey, I know this accountant that knows what's going on with a lot of the state money and stuff like that. He should be great for your podcast. I'm like, why?
It's boring.
Right. There's no other way to describe
I fell
it.
asleep as soon as you said it.
I fell asleep as I was saying it. But like he said it, and I'm like, well, like why would I want to have more? Well, he knows where all the money is going and stuff like that. I'm like, do you listen to the podcast? Like, maybe you should know what we talk about on here before you just start throwing up names. And that's my other biggest issue. Is like people will say, and I'm sure you can relate to this too. People will say you should have this, that, and the third person on your podcast, and they don't listen to shit we talk about. Like everybody that listens to the podcast religiously, they know it's a Black millennial perspective based podcast. So like if you're talking about accounting and like Prince William County,
kind of is like it's kind of left field,
right?
It's like, hey, we're all about Black activists,
yeah,
but we're gonna talk about the white supremacy.
Shout out to episode 10. Question. I'm not gonna say it today. I know you were thinking about it. I'm not gonna say it today. I'm not saying it this episode. I told Quinn we couldn't say it again. Fuck it. Mayonnaise sapiens.
What?
That's right.
That's what Quinn calls white people. Mayonnaise sapiens. That is 3 episodes in a row. 3 episodes in a row.
Bro, you gotta keep it now. You have to.
Disclaimer. All my white friends, I love you guys.
I love white people.
Yeah, I love mayonnaise sapiens too. Anyway, let's talk about how like social media helps you as a creative.
Okay.
So, cause you put your own content out there, how big is social media a contributing factor? Like if you didn't have Facebook or Instagram, where do you think you would be as far as your music is concerned?
So, Facebook and Instagram are basically a business.
Facts.
It's almost like it's a business profile, and you're selling your credentials to billions of people. And without those social media platforms, you would not be able to reach, Australia, Japan, without hitting the stores.
I don't know. I feel like if you stood outside a gas station in the middle of Tokyo, like you still be able to get your music out there.
So that would
you might have to take the trip.
Look, like that would require a whole different money level.
Facts.
So what social media does, especially Facebook and Instagram, is it gives a person who has little to no money the opportunity to still, present, something to the world. Mm-hmm. Now, how far you can go from it is where the money comes.
Yeah.
Because you can put something out, but it's only going to be who follows you that sees it.
Facts. Yeah, it depends.
So
IGTV.
So even with IGTV, the Instagram uses an algorithm, and they go off of like a strict baseline of how you're going to get seen. Mm-hmm. So you can still get seen by people who don't follow you, but it has to fall under their guidelines for them to even show it to anybody else.
That they're interested in.
Right. So using my profile, for instance, right? So sometimes I may post something and 80% of the people don't follow me that will like it, view it, share
80%
it.
80% of the people that don't follow you like your shit?
Yeah, sometimes. So because it's all about how you post it, what time of the day, if you're hitting that algorithm that they want you to hit. So what they're gonna do is that they send it to 10% of the followers that you have.
Okay.
So the more followers you have.
Wait, time out. They send it to 10%. Less people that you actually follow you, as opposed to like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Tracking.
So they send it to 10%. So if you only got 400 followers, you golden. Because you what's 10% of that? That's not a lot. Yeah. And out of that 10%, they're gonna see how many of them interact with that post. Yeah. So let's say 10% out of that 10% interacts with the post. How many is that?
It's still 40 people.
So 40 to 4. It's nothing. Yeah. So 4 people interact with that post, you're now meeting the qualification for them to show it to more of your followers. Yeah. Then if you meet that next requirement, it'll show it to the wider range. And that's when it starts putting it out on the Explorer page, stuff like that. And then that's how you can have that margin of 80 to 20, 90 to 10, stuff
So
like that.
you just got to worry about like 10% of your following base to interact with your post.
Right.
And you're golden.
Right.
It'll just branch out from there.
Right.
Savage.
And
That's a gem. That's a gem, people.
Free chicken. Chicken wings. All right. But yeah, you know, I mean, so that's really the most important part of social media, and it can make a brand, you know, hot, and it can break a brand.
Now, that's my next question: is how can social media negatively affect that?
Okay, so social media can also negatively affect you if you don't hit those sweet spots to reach out to the larger audience, because then it makes your branding image look lower. So your image is everything.
But it's
images
doesn't terminate you for not reaching your 10%, right?
It doesn't terminate you, but what it will do is there's times I'm sure where even people in this room may not even see my posts, because sometimes it may not reach the amounts.
Yeah.
Like when you have 16.8 thousand followers, you got a large number of people that need to interact with your posts.
Stroking his ego. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, had to.
Stroking the shit out of his ego.
But look, so when you got a lot, right? You got to have a lot that interact as well.
Yeah.
And if they don't, when you post it, and it's only the first hour,
because it's got to be that 10%.
Yeah.
So if you got 1,000 followers,
at least 10%
of
at least 10% of that 10%.
Yeah.
So more means more, and they got to do it within the first.
So it'll go
hour.
out to 10%, but only 10% of that has to interact with it.
Has to interact.
Okay. Now I'm tracking.
Yeah. So out of that 10, if they don't interact, then they'll start pushing you down the timelines.
Okay.
And so you could have posted it 40 minutes ago, but
You're at the bottom of the
nobody's
timeline.
seeing it because they keep pushing you down because somebody that they're following is reaching those guidelines.
Okay. Tracking.
That's why you always see a celebrity.
Gems.
That's why you always see a celebrity at the top of your timeline all the time.
Yeah, shout out to
Or
damn it. Almost got her name out, but she hasn't posted a motivational quote in weeks, so I'm gonna let that one slide.
or you always see ass at the top.
Facts.
It's only two things you
God
see:
damn
a
it.
celebrity or ass.
Shout out to Brittany Ritter. I couldn't resist. Shout out to Brittany Ritter. Skin and ass, bro. Skin and ass.
Yeah, that's why they always pop up at the top.
Facts.
People like, yeah, I like what I see. Is that ass? Like.
Oh, bad.
So just to go off of that as well, Instagram and Facebook I just announced literally just last night that they're about to take away likes. So
What?
likes where you'll be able to like a post, but you won't be able to see how many other people liked it because of what we're talking about.
They're gonna do it for like a week or something like that. As like a test round in the United States.
Well, they actually already had tested it before. They had took it off of one of my posts before. I was like, what the fuck? Where all my likes go?
Wait, so they make it so that other people can't see your likes, or you can't see
You
your
can
likes?
still see the likes. So
Okay.
you'll still know how many you actually have, but they're gonna make it to where.
Don't they do that for the videos though? I feel like they only show you the views.
So
but
yeah,
they don't show you the
so
likes
for videos, you can still click it. You can go to a video on anybody's page, click views, and it'll tell you how many likes they got.
Oh, okay, all right.
But what I'm saying is you're gonna go away with the number altogether. So you'll like the post, it'll show a red heart, and that'll be it.
But it won't show you won't be able to see how many people like
No.
my post.
And and they're
But will I be able to see that?
yeah, for yourself. It's your post. So they're gonna let because
Yo, people are about to start
analytics.
screenshotting their like counts out the wazoo.
That's
here,
exactly
son.
what they're gonna do.
That is absolutely 100%
That's what the
what's
fuck I'm
gonna
about to do. Hey, glad you pointed it out. Look, I'm about to be just like this. I'm about to be, hey, you better fucking quit playing. Look, that's 1,500 likes right there. You're gonna be like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah, it sounds stupid though, because like the whole point of like a lot of people posting is to show off.
Well, so what the problem is that people, you know the human nature. The human nature is if something doesn't seem favorable or likable, they're not gonna follow it. I always say that the human nature is to follow. That's why we don't have enough leaders.
Facts.
So, with that being said, if you see 2,000 likes on a dude that you really don't even like, but the content does look kind of dope, you're gonna be like, shit. Let me
Absolutely
drop a
not.
like.
Absolutely
Nah,
not.
I didn't say hate.
If I see a bad bitch on Instagram, I don't care how bad that picture is. If that bitch has 99 likes, I refuse to be 100 or more. Maybe, maybe I'm just a dick like that, but like,
So-
if she has 99 likes, I don't care if it's Kim Kardashian in there. That twat is out here for the world to see. She will not get that 100+ likes from me.
Damn,
Look.
the twat is out too.
The twat is out.
No,
Now, if I pop on a
just
the
get, just
Pornhub
get my
page,
wife
and
see
I might
this,
like
you know,
sneak
hey,
a
I was,
like
I was
in
talking
there.
about for him.
But yeah, no, hell no. You're not getting 100 or more like from me. I don't like women's page that have more than 100 likes.
So what do you do? So now you just got the whole conversation. You got to switch. So what do you do if she is at 99 and you dating her, and she says, "Why the fuck you ain't like my post yet?"
I'll leave a comment with a bunch of tongue emojis and some splash marks and maybe an eggplant.
And what is she?
Maybe an eggplant.
So what is?
It depends how deserving she is.
What if it's your girlfriend's business?
Yo,
And she said, I need this.
if it's my
last
girlfriend's
like.
business, I would have been the first like.
Oh, sweet. Nigga, I don't even like my wife's pictures first.
Oh dear God.
I'm one of the first, but not the first.
Oh no, I would have been the first. I would have been sitting right next to her, like, don't post shit unless I'm like within a 5-foot radius of you.
See, sometimes I'll be going almost 10 hours and I'll be like, damn, baby, you posted something? All right, I'm gonna go like and do my commenting.
Nah, bro, if you ain't in the first 100. That's what I said. I can't fuck with like podcast fans unless they're my first 100 followers. I need to know you were here from the ground up. You bought the cause. If you just here trying to hop on the clout train, I can't fuck with you. So I need to let these women know I'm not on the clout train. I was here from the ground up. First 99. That's it.
Okay, so what if your girl gets over 100?
Bruh, first of all, if my girl gets over 100 likes, I gotta drop her ass. You got too many followers.
Why?
You got too many followers. You need to stay in a 60 to 70 range.
60 to 70.
60 to 70 range.
Damn.
My girl don't need to be a public figure.
You just said you want a below average to average girl.
No, I said I don't need a public figure female.
You said 60 to 70.
Below the public figure female.
60 is a D.
He's not wrong.
70 is considered a C.
All right, maybe an 82. Maybe an 82. She could be a C plus. Maybe an 82. I might let that shit slide. But like, fuck no. Even if it's my girl, 99 plus, I won't be that 100
82
or
is
more.
a B.
82 is a C plus.
No, it's a B.
It's a B.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
I thought it was 81 to 84 is a
Nah.
C plus.
Nah, 80 is a B.
72 or higher. 72 or higher. She get a light.
I mean,
That's it.
I know some average girls who get over 100.
I know a lot of average girls. Shout out to Brittany Renner. I know a lot. Look, I did a good job not bringing her up in the last 3 episodes.
All right, hey, hold on. So check this though. So what about the girls who look like 3s, but they get 1,000 likes?
I don't follow people like that, so I can't relate.
Okay, so but I thought we just said 72 and up.
Yeah, like you were talking about my girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't follow 3s. I might follow 1 4, and that's because like
But
I
what
went to
makes
school with
her
her
a
or something.
A courtesy follow? Goodness.
A courtesy.
No.
You said what makes her a 3?
What makes her a 3?
Hair.
Hair? Oh.
Hair usually makes her a 3.
No.
I feel like most
Not
girls
the
are
hair.
born
The hair?
4s. I feel like most girls are born 4s. If you're a 3, you did something fucked up to your
They're
hair.
born a 4.
I feel like most girls are born 4s.
Who's a 4?
Most girls are born
He's saying
4s.
4 is the minimum.
Yeah.
Like at the day of birth, like you can't.
You are a 4. Like you are destined to be a 4. I'm not gonna say like as a toddler you're a 4. No, I'm saying like you are destined to be a 4 at birth.
Okay.
So if you turn out at 21 plus and you are a 3, you fucked up somewhere along the train. That's how that.
So basically when they're at a 4, they only can evolve to the 5 or the 6 if they hit puberty the right way.
Facts. Your words, not mine.
So all right. So if they only hit puberty in certain areas and not the face, they don't ever get higher than a 6.
Facts. You'd be damned if you be a 5. What do you
Okay. All right. So what's the qualification to get to a 7 or 8?
Hair.
Come on, son.
Hair is a very important factor. Now.
Okay, all right.
In today's society, hair is very important.
Wait. Is Taraji P. Henson?
She's got nice hair.
No, she wears wigs,
Yikes.
but she bad.
5.
You are crazy.
If she wears wigs,
You ain't
5.
never seen her take that wig off in Empire?
Wait, so you're saying she only wears wigs in Empire? She wears wigs on like all her pictures that she
She
posts
wears
outside
wigs,
of-
period. And she wears
5.
Oh, all right, so hold up. So what about the girls that wear weave?
5.
Amber Rose?
5.
Lie.
You're right.
Nobody's
Wait,
fine,
Amber
nigga.
Rose. Yeah, Amber Rose is not on anybody's 5.
Shit.
Amber Rose be bald headed.
Shit, but Amber
Rose is like the national treasure of America. She is the bald eagle. Like, I don't understand. Like, she's a 7 standard.
She is the bald eagle?
She is the American mascot. Like,
She's
the bald
the
eagle.
American mascot.
Yes. She is the bald
All right,
eagle.
all right. Let's be real. We know white people do not like Amber Rose that much.
And white people don't like black people pretty much.
Why,
Like-
no. Why do they not like her? Because she's too black.
Is she?
Yes. So she's black by penetration, black by exiting, black by body type, and has the black people's vote.
Lip injection.
So does that mean Kylie Jenner is...
Ooh.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Kylie Jenner's a Jenner, okay? The Jenners are white.
All right, so
The Kardashians are potentially black. Enough plastic
Kardashians
surgery.
are Persian to me. They're just-
Potentially black.
Kardashians are...
but I have to say Kim is black by soul.
Kim's a nigger.
With
Kim's,
the hard R. With the hard R.
Kim buys watermelon at the grocery store, okay? Kim's a nigger. She's been a nigger.
She's been certified since, well, Ray J. So
Yo, I really gotta stop
Damn.
quoting Quinn on this. Like,
Damn. All right, hold on. So, you remember when she did that shit when she went to visit Trump?
Mm-hmm.
Can I say that in this? Trump.
Your words, not mine.
Okay. Yeah. So,
She
Yeah.
spoke for the niggers. She was talking about police reform and getting niggers out of jail.
yeah.
Right.
So,
Nigger.
why? Because niggas don't do that.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely fuck. You can't count 5 black people in your hand that went to the president and talked to them about getting black
I
people out of
mean,
jail.
how many black people have the opportunity to do that?
Exactly. Kim Kardashian is like she's not just a nigger, like she's a frontal nigger. Like,
Okay. Okay. All right. So if we're going that direction, then she's the house nigga. The one that the one that puts all the other niggas in order to make the beds.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
But why she helping?
Questions for later. She's definitely in charge though. Like she's the one to put the other niggas in order. That's why she's who she is.
She was
like,
like, oh.
how many niggas has she been running game on?
Exactly.
Like,
hey, look, no pun intended. Game.
Alright, chill.
Game on.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
I'm gonna say, yeah, like, look at her body count, though. No wonder she supported the cause.
Yeah, she trying to keep herself safe.
Facts.
Body count too high.
Coming back to social media. We could be talking about Kim Kardashian all day, and I refuse to let that happen.
Shit.
Wait.
It's been like 10 minutes about it, right?
Why? It's because she uses dick to set the standard for her relationship.
Yo. Shout out to episode 11. You women have got to stop using dick as a standard as the why a relationship is good. God damn it.
It is. It's dick and money. Dick and money. If you don't got money,
Yeah, but
you gotta have
the
you
thing
gotta
is,
have something
Dick
coming.
will always oversee money.
Only no.
Depending on how much she makes.
Because if the okay.
Depending on how much she makes.
Yeah. So if a nigga don't work and he still get all
Oh
the
yeah, these
booty,
females will give him time of day.
Yeah. That's because that nigga got that. He got something going for him.
All bad. Not touching that. We're gonna leave that where it is. Social media. Shout out to Yami episode 10. 11. But social media. You get DMs, right? Like from a whole bunch of different people.
Yeah, I get DMs.
Which ones do you not take seriously? Like you look at them and be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Hey, we're recording.
Wow. Hey, I see it, buddy. Yeah. So yeah.
Shout out to Chino's kids.
All right. So what DMs do I not take serious? When a nigga hits me up, ask me if I want to work, I tell him a feature price, and he go, "Oh, bro, hey, so why you gotta charge though?" or one of these right here. I post doing business for the low for the next 48 hours. Serious inquiries only. And you hit me up, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to get the feature." On the same story that I just said, for the low, serious inquiries only, and ask me, "Hey, bro, why you can't do it for free?" Nigga, I just put
I told you what my expectations were, and you didn't meet them just by opening up this conversation.
Exactly. How you gonna open up the conversation talking about why I can't do it for free? Nigga, you just don't get my hopes up, nigga. Like, I see the damn message and shit. I'm like, yeah, bread. I'm about to get that money.
Nah, nigga.
Then they be just like this.
No bread for you.
Hey, bro, I got a verse for you. I'm like, bet. Hey, I'm gonna send you my cash app. Hey, bro, you can't do that joint for free?
Venmo or nah, bro. Oh, bad.
And then the worst one is when a nigga don't do shit with me ever. Nigga, I done gave a nigga money before, still ain't gave it back. And then hit me up for a feature and still don't want to pay. Like, nah, blood, we supposed to be bros.
There's a shot there.
Nah. Well, I mean, yeah, it is.
There's a shot there. It's definitely a shot.
Well, it's like, nah, bro. Like, what you mean? Just because I know you don't mean you about to get a free feature. It's a business.
Right.
Just because I know you don't mean if I own fucking a Gucci store or some shit like that.
Got you with the low?
That you get ready to walk in and just grab something and walk out.
Right.
It's still a business. And at the end of the day, business is business.
Facts. When somebody does send you a request, like say if you post that story, like looking for serious inquiries only, or somebody say, "Oh, I got you with this amount for the feature and stuff like that." You ever like check their shit, like scroll through their timeline and see what they've been doing, how long they've been doing it, and stuff like that?
Every time.
Hey, I'll be doing that when I get podcast requests. I'll be like, all right, let me fucking go through this. What do you got out here? What have you been doing and stuff like that?
So I'm not looking at to be on no like no creep shit.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm checking the history. I'm checking your Rolodex.
Number one, I'm gonna go to your last post, your first post, and somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and
if I don't see some kind of consistency on your page, I'm gonna be like, I don't fuck with them.
Motherfucker post twice a year.
Nah, I'm not even talking about that. I mean like consistency. Like if your recent posts have 3,000 likes, but I go
that right there is why Instagram's dropping the like system right there, because you looking at the like consistency.
Well, see, I'm looking at everything. It's about interactions altogether. So if I see 3,000 likes on your most recent picture, but 10 posts ago you only got 100, I'm gonna be like,
I'm tracking.
I'm gonna be like, something don't look right with your page.
Yeah.
And then you tell me, "Oh, nah, bro, I'm worth the bread. I'm like, nah, you not. you not.
Big fact.
You getting one comment, 3,000 likes. That shit don't even add up.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yes.
One comment, 3,000 likes?
Yeah, that shit don't even add up. I'm like,
nigga, you couldn't respond to the only person that commented on
like,
your shit? Like, you could have
exactly.
You could have self-increased that.
You see how fast you read between the lines, niggas? Like, if I see 3,000 likes in one comment, I'm like, nigga, you thought you was that special with one comment that you couldn't write back?
So, social media and its importance. Let's talk about soaking in social media, because we had this argument on episode 10, and we were talking about how a lot of people were basing like their interactions with police brutality off like the news,
Right.
but they were using social media as their basis. And the issue with people soaking up social media is like people will think that that's their only source of news.
Because it kind of is. It's kind of like a one-stop shop for everything.
Facts.
You can buy, sell, look, stream, everything.
But you got to remember that it's always within your realm. Like you were
Right.
talking about the algorithms earlier, and like people will
Facts.
forget like, oh, well, like, okay, if I get on social media and all I see is police brutality, like every time I go through my timeline, all I see is like niggas, cops beating niggas' asses. It's like, okay, well, that's because the people you follow are reposting that shit. But if you
Right.
actually sat down and watched the news, you would see like news. Like that's the thing that cracks me up about like people that complain about like the news are always talking about police brutality. Like if you actually watch the news, you would know that like, oh, that's not all they talk about. Like they spend a lot of time talking about the good that the police community does for whatever community you're in or whatever area you're in.
And Trump.
Yeah, that was a shot. That was absolutely a shot. But yeah, like they talk about like what the community does good, but like people will sit there and say every time I get on Twitter or every time I get on Facebook, all I see is a cop beating a nigga's ass. It's like, okay, but like that's based off if you follow like people that cared about what the police were doing, the good that police were doing, you would see more that the good police are doing. Because I see that all the time. I see like
I'm gonna break that down, right? What you just said, using that same algorithm. So it also is based off of what you like. The Explorer page shows you things relevant to what you like. So if the post is
like niggas getting hurt.
yeah,
Shit
so
don't be funnier than that.
so look, it's like this, right? So the thing is, right, if all you like is shit that has to do with World Star, it's going to show you a whole bunch of World Star type posts all through your Explorer page. Every time you show up, you're going to get sponsored posts that says World Star, and it's going to always be a fighting related joint because that's what you like.
Yeah.
And if you only like political ass posts that have to do with, lock this person up for this and this and that, it's going to show you every single time somebody posts something relevant to that same post.
Facts.
And it might not even be somebody you follow. You know how many times I've been on my profile and seen somebody pop up like, what the fuck I start following you? I click the page and it'll be like sponsored. I'll be like, oh, true. But it'd be a nigga I don't even follow. Be on my timeline.
Facts.
Because I like some shit.
Yeah.
But
see, that's why I'll be liking posts on Instagram. Because I like to keep my Explorer tab guessing. Like, what the fuck is this nigga into?
So, insight. Always, even if you do like other people's posts, always unlike all your posts and re-like them. Right after that.
Like the post that you liked?
No. Your actual post on your page. So say you got 10 posts on your page, but you just liked like 20 different things within the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Go and unlike all your pictures and then re-like them.
Your own pictures.
Yep, your own stuff on your page. Re-like them because now it will show that you just recently liked something to all your followers. There are still nosy people who will go and just look to see. Like, think about what fucking Shade Room is. Shade Room has to be the closest thing to the feds that the world has.
Big facts.
Because they'll hit you just like this. They'll be like, Chris Brown just followed Rihanna. like nigga, how did you find that shit? 2 seconds,
right?
2 seconds into him following.
Facts. And it'd be just a 2S in the corner.
Exactly. It'd be a 2S. And then they'll cut everything out and just leave nothing but the white space and have them both right there.
Yeah.
Rihanna followed Chris Brown back and everybody in the world start gossiping about it. And you like, damn, how do these niggas get this shit so fast?
Yeah, I'm tracking.
But
Shade Room has figured out the algorithms to a T.
yes, exactly. Like they be like, all right, that nigga didn't like how many pictures? 5? It's a matter of time. He's gonna follow.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him.
Smart.
We need somebody on 24-hour surveillance of Chris Brown's lights.
Smart. The motherfucker just be
refreshing the shit out of it, dog. Just like this. Chris Brown, screenshot it.
Yep, 20 niggas in the office just refreshing their phones. All bad. Investing in your brand.
Good one.
Let's talk about it.
All right.
Like, what is the steps that you've realized you've had to take? Because you have a really big following. You've been doing your music for years.
So with investing into the brand, the most important part is knowing your direction. Having a foundation of some sort. You have to have a long term and a short term. So if you don't have a short term goal, then you won't make it in your investing.
Okay.
And you have to have a long term goal that's so unreachable to the mind that you still think you can obtain it though. I mean, that's why we always say sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Because you can't really say I want to have my money stacked all the way up to the sky. That shit's really very unrealistic. But
Facts.
yeah. So so what I did was I had to really figure out what was worth investing into. So, and that comes back with, the person's worth and what they can really do for you in the long run.
Yeah.
Because I look at the person's long run and their short term. So can they short term help me out? Can they help me in the long run?
Yeah.
So investments with me have been all about the craft, getting myself in more positions to be able to just have my face seen,
Yeah.
Because that's really the hardest part, as a rapper, is finding a way to get your brand noticed.
Yeah.
Because you can use social media all day, but that doesn't mean you're gonna be a good artist.
Facts.
You can pay to get into certain areas. That doesn't mean people gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
So that's just the first step of it, and then sound quality, personal image.
Yeah.
So I had to take a step back and I had to actually analyze, because shit that's really normal to me, like throwing on shit like this, sweatpants, sweatshirt, some shit that's real basic. A person could look at this shit and be like, oh, you're not in the industry yet. Oh, that nigga don't got money.
It'd be those niggas that be well involved in the industry.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So it's
Yeah.
it's like that kind of shit kind of hurts you.
Yeah.
Because they look at it as you're not investing into your brand. So
Because you're not wearing Louis Vuitton dress suits everywhere you go.
yeah, so
Goddamn, I go to the bathroom to take a shit and I'm not suited up.
exactly.
You
So
think I'm not a
and
rapper?
that's really what it is about. It's like investing in your brand is the clothing, the shoes. Do you have a haircut that day? Is your beard lined up a little bit or something? Because
Yeah.
all of these things are, I was just looking at you just there. But I mean, those aren't determining factors for how successful a person is, but it's what the world views as a person's less professional, a person has less money,
Yeah.
or a person isn't really coming up because they don't have their haircut or something.
Yeah.
Which you could just be like,
Is that why you're wearing a hat right now?
yeah. Straight facts.
I mean, like, look at J. Cole though. Like that nigga grew his hair out.
See, that's
He's
the
a light-skinned nigga, bro. They
See,
can get away with that
well,
shit.
it's not even just
Look at
necessary.
Jay-Z.
It's not even
He's a
necessary.
light-skinned nigga. All right.
Well, actually, Jay-Z's our complexion. That nigga is not light skinned.
I know. I had to stop myself.
But see, here's the thing, right?
But he's Jay-Z. Like,
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's what I was getting ready to say. So even Lil Uzi Vert stage, when you make it to that level where you are globally known,
The Weeknd.
yeah. You see how every time a nigga makes it, they go from groomed the fuck up, wearing high designer shit everywhere they go that looks normal. They go from looking like a normal nigga to some nigga from the Boondocks or something.
You only get 3 options: Huey, Riley, or Granddad.
Exactly.
Oh, bad.
I mean that's facts, because
Big facts.
like think about it. Like think about how long Tiger been in the game. This nigga just went back to the Riley.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
I mean, everybody else is on the Huey type.
Yeah.
They on that Huey stage, and then you
Facts.
got niggas who's our age and shit looking like pops.
Big facts.
Like, yeah.
Mistakes that you realized with investing in your brand. Like me personally, I realized that Facebook was a real big in. And it was crazy because, like, granted, I created a fan base, like, based off of, like, people I grew up through, I went to school with. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was like, because I don't be on Facebook like that. Like, personally, like, on my personal page, I don't be on Facebook
My
like
wife
that.
be on mine.
Shout out to her. But like I don't be on Facebook personally, so when I finally put the page on Facebook, the podcast page on Facebook, I was like, oh shit, like the following's jumping up real fast. Subscribers is going up and stuff like that on all the other different medias and stuff. Like that was one of those things where I realized maybe I should start in the beginning. Because I started with Instagram and I moved into Twitter, thinking those were my two biggest ends outside of just having like everything on the streaming platforms like SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, stuff like that, and then YouTube. But as far as the advertisement itself, I started with just Instagram and Twitter. Then I realized like Facebook was a big jump.
See, I could have told you Facebook and YouTube are still the biggest two ways to promote yourself.
I got that now.
Because Facebook, owns Instagram. So when you connect those things, it's technically over 1 billion people using those two.
Yeah.
But it's owned by Facebook.
Yeah.
And Facebook has way more users technically than Instagram just because it's been around longer.
Yeah.
YouTube reaches billions.
Yeah, facts.
Billions on billions and billions. But
YouTube has its own fucking algorithm and ways to get through.
See, I haven't even figured out the YouTube algorithm yet. Them motherfuckers is strange. Because you can do hashtags and all kind of shit on theirs, but them shits don't even be helping sometimes.
Facts.
Because you really gotta put the most relevant thing so that you can keep popping up.
Facts.
So you gotta really be like all into the news, like, oh, who just fucked up in the media.
And you have to set standards. You gotta be like, make sure you leave a like and comment, and then make sure you hit the bell for notifications.
As a podcaster, you gotta find a way to make your shit interesting as fuck to subscribe to. In you got like 10 seconds. You got like 10 seconds. You gotta be like, yeah, my name is motherfucker. Yes, hit that button if you want to get some more of this shit.
And that's why, like, I appreciate the pace that we're moving at, because I refuse to do that. Like, I can't come on in every episode and be like, hey, welcome to the Arsons and Woes podcast. Make sure you leave a like and a comment on the YouTube page and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. By the way, make sure you leave another like and a comment just in case you didn't do it the first time. And don't dislike, because, like, I ain't got time for that.
Because that nigga just set up his intro.
For real, honestly.
I ain't got time to do that every episode. So, like,
see,
especially for a podcast page, that's what it is.
See, that just led me to something else, though. You see how you just changed your voice?
It's that fake energy.
You gotta give the fake energy to get all the love.
Hard pass.
I know.
Hard pass.
I don't do it.
It's
either.
a podcast based off like people appreciate the thing about this podcast is that we're genuine as fuck. It's all authentic. They know I don't edit anything out. Everything that we do is say. But no, it wasn't. That was bullshit. Like, make sure you like the bell for notifications. By the way, like that's bullshit. But really, make sure you go ahead and hit that bell for notifications. That was genuine. But like, no, I ain't got time for that every time. Because I can't keep that same energy. It's like, yo, if you fuck with the podcast, you're gonna do that anyway. You're gonna leave a like. You're gonna leave a comment. Like, some people scroll through their Instagram and like everything that's in their timeline. Right. Some people go through Instagram and like the things that they like. If we're posting up these 60-second clips on Instagram and you're sitting there watching it and you're like, oh, this is entertaining, that's what I want to see. I don't want you to be the person that goes through your timeline and likes everything. I want you to be the person that stopped and you looked at that and you're like, oh, this is entertaining. Let me like that. That's where I want my base to stand off of. So I know who's actually being entertained.
So, all right, so you asked me about the investing, right? Mm-hmm. So I can tell you from the rapper standpoint. Now, for a podcaster,
tracking,
who was the inspiration? I know who the inspiration was.
We've been down that road so many times. Shout out to my exes.
So really,
and Charlamagne the Guy, Joe Rogan, Joe Budden, Angela Yin, DJ Envy.
Exactly. All right, so have you actually researched Charlamagne the Guy's path?
No.
You got to do that because that's crucial to investments. You have to. If you want to use not the same identity, but if you want to use a similar path to somebody that inspired your work, you have to follow.
But you have to remember, me and Charlamagne grew up in different day and ages. It was just really why I take my inspiration, but I don't like to base my podcast off of them because they are. No.
Gaps. So I'm not saying take what they actually talk about, take how they present it. I'm meaning more so, you have to figure out what kind of things he did to create his fans. Even today, he still creates new fans.
He was real. That's why people like Charlamagne. He never stopped being himself.
I got that, but he still had a way of investing into himself. You got to figure out where he started in his investments. The investment is the only part you need to worry about. The rest of that is you. You want people to like you for you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you still got to figure out how he started his investments.
Tracking.
And that is where you use your knowledge, his knowledge, what you want to talk about, how you want to present yourself, bring it all together and create your brand so that your brand continues to rise. That's the most important part. Because I could tell you, Charlamagne the Guy, he said he came from South Carolina. He was a country boy, so he ain't have much.
Yeah.
So he had to have started somewhere with not much.
Yeah.
Same thing. You're starting somewhere, not much, but you know you where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, that's what I'm saying. But you know where you want to be. You want to be Charlamagne the Guy's level or bigger. That's what you want to be. So you got to still figure out how he started at the same level.
Yeah.
And work that into what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, trying to move at a different pace. Like, this ain't a full-time job, though. So, like, that's the difference.
But it's still
there's an end goal. I'm tracking.
Time is even an investment.
Yeah. No, I'm tracking. There's an end goal, and there's a place where I plan to be with the podcast. So, with due time, yes, there are certain aspects that I have to pick up from these moguls that I do idolize. So I'm tracking what you're saying. I'm still not gonna look into. No, I'm gonna look into him. I'm gonna hit that nigga with a DM like, "Hey, see the guy? Like, put me on your path." Like,
shit.
But I ain't hitting up DJ Envy because that nigga hung up on me when I called it the Breakfast Club. So fucking like, nigga shit.
Nigga said he hung up on me.
Yo, DJ Envy did. He let me talk for like 6 seconds, and he was like, "Click, next caller, what's up?"
Well, I would much rather have got hung up on than scammed by a nigga up in New York.
Yikes! I got through my first time. The first time I called, I got through.
Some
white guy picked up.
Think about this. You asked about investments, right? I thought I was investing, and you watched Love and Hip Hop New York, right? You know,
shout out to Yami, episode 11.
hey, you know DJ Self is, right?
Yeah,
that nigga scammed me.
Yikes!
Yeah, and you want to know how I know it was him? Because the nigga told me in the messages after I'd already fucking paid the money out and everything. Because I thought I was about to be on what's the radio station that niggas is on and shit. What is it? Hot 95? Yeah, I think he's on Hot 95. I don't think he's on the same one as.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't know what New York station they on.
Yeah, I thought he was. I think he's on that jump. Oh, is it Hot 97? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That one.
Like Ebro and all them?
Yeah. So that's Hot 97 then. All right, I just knew it was hot something. Hot. But yeah, man, I paid this nigga this money, bro. This nigga hit me because the nigga hit me up and was like, yeah, I've been following your music for a while or whatever. I fuck with that I Get Bars joint. You know what I'm saying? Blase. So
I do fuck with that I Get Bars shit, by the way. I hate giving you that compliment, but I do fuck with that I Get Bars.
Make sure you really keep that shit.
I do the editing, nigga. I have to keep it, and I'm not keeping it.
But it's his camera, though.
That part's going to be deleted.
Save it. All right, but look. All right, so he hit me up, was like, I like that I Get Bars joint. And I was just like, all right, cool. I was like, so what you trying to do with it? He was like, yeah, I'm about to put you on, Hot 97 today. I'm like, word? I'm like, all right, that's a bet. He said, hey, but I do charge a fee. He said, I know artists don't be wanting to do that shit, but investing in the craft, all that other shit, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I paid the money. He was like, all right, look, I got this. He said, I got this video shoot I'm about to go to in this location. Then I got this to do. And then I'm going to be at the radio station. I'm going to play your shit tonight. I went on the nigga's Instagram. None of that shit was there, right? And then he appeared at video shoots. Then he appeared at every single thing nigga told me in the text messages and on the email. So I was like, it has to be him.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, there's no other way around it, right? I mean, if it wasn't there, and he didn't announce, I'm about to do a video shoot.
Tracking.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this shit happened, and then I ain't get my plays because he told me to download his app and everything. I did all of that shit, and then I hit this nigga up, like on one of the posts. I'm like, yo, you a scam artist. I say that shit right on his post, right? This nigga DM me instantly. Nigga had 1.2 million at that time. DM'd me instantly. I don't know what you talking about, G. This, that, and the other. He went on a whole nine, bro. Nigga was explaining this shit out of himself, bro. How many niggas explain themselves if they ain't guilty?
Did you just use my podcast to like throw shade at somebody that has like 1.2 million followers?
It don't happen anymore. But yeah, I threw that shit at him. So when this shit blows up, niggas in the world gonna know that nigga scam.
Yo, y'all gotta stop coming on this podcast and throwing shade like we're not gonna blow up. I'm sorry to say, I like to be very humble about this podcast,
I
but
said y'all gonna blow
at
up.
a certain point we are gonna blow up.
I said
Y'all gotta
y'all
stop
gonna
throwing
blow
this shade.
No.
All the women that be coming on this podcast, stop name dropping. You know what? I take that back. Keep name dropping. Like,
hey, look,
I'll be my best content.
hey, look, man, look. I ain't got no shame in none of this shit. And when I blow up, and when you blow up, guess what? I'm gonna be like, nigga, you the same nigga that fucked over Cardi B, and that's why you got fucked right now. Look, right now that nigga's supposed to be eating good, but you know what? He fucked Cardi B over, and she ended up coming on top.
Facts, big facts. Last thing before we get out of here is I really want to talk on this chicken sandwich problem.
Been waiting for this one.
Let's go ahead and deep dive in there.
All right, so I think they got to put some. They putting some kind of drug in that shit.
Nah, bro. I don't think that's what
The
it
shit
is.
not even that good.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think there's nothing special about this Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
So,
yeah, I know. You want some Chick-fil-A, nigga.
Yeah, facts. Nigga, hungry right now. My stomach growls. But like, I don't think there's nothing special about this Popeye's chicken sandwich or anything like that. I think.
It's the same chicken as the chicken strips.
You know what's crazy? I don't even eat chicken from Popeyes. I go to Popeyes and get me a fucking popcorn shrimp basket. Or a butterfly shrimp basket. Like, it's all about the shrimp when I go to Popeyes.
So you get the serving turd?
It's all about the facts. But it's about the fry. That's what makes Popeyes so good. It's about the fry, not the meat.
The flavor that they have when they drop it in that
exactly. Junk. So it's crazy that like people are making such a big deal about this
of a sandwich.
Yes,
it's literally the same chicken.
It's a chicken tender on top of bread.
Exactly. Hey, I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I said, why not just? I said, think outside of the box. If they sold out, don't fight, nigga. Just be like, hey, y'all got the chicken strips? Hey, throw them chicken strips on the bread.
Nah, fuck that. Put a couple like popcorn shrimps and a couple like chicken nuggets on a fucking
chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
They don't have chicken nuggets.
Exactly. That's how Popeyes will win. Sell chicken nuggets. Sell chicken nuggets. But like, I can't even blame the chicken sandwiches for that. I got to look at like, this is what happens when you get too many black people in a small place at once. Like, check your Rolodex. Think about it. Think about how black people act when we are, and goddamn, it be your own people. But like, think about what happens when you get too many black people in like one situation. Hell, you could think of something so simple like the Black Lives Matter movement. The premise, flawless. The thought, flawless. The motion, the initial motion, flawless. This was about people showing that the American society does not show value in black people. So now we are going to march and we are going to protest and we are going to push that our lives
Same thing with
matter.
the kneeling. Same thing with the kneeling.
Right. So we're going to push this notion that we matter and you should acknowledge us. And then Baltimore happened.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, then that was when niggas was just being niggas for no reason.
Literally breaking into stores just to not take shit. Like, it's an insult to me because I feel like there's a lot of little time that goes into like robbing a store.
Cars.
So
they
like
was blowing up cars.
Right. Like somebody had in their own neighborhoods.
I was like, hold up. I was like, so y'all want to just see y'all neighborhood on fire?
And people were literally like, that's shit you could see on the news. Like, you could see these people walking through the neighborhoods, bashing these windows into these corner stores where they know they get their favorite fried chicken from and their wombo sauce.
Wait, what?
Wombo sauce.
Mumbo sauce?
No, wombo sauce. These niggas in Baltimore be trifling. Getting wombo sauce, bro. Shout out to my dad.
Wombo sauce?
Wombo sauce. Don't get mumbo sauce, bro. They get wombo sauce in Baltimore. Mumbo sauce is in D.C. Wombo sauce is in Baltimore.
Damn, when I lived up there, I ain't even hear them say that shit. I just heard that.
That's how off-brand it is, bro. Don't worry about it. You're a higher class.
Okay, because I was like, I never heard that shit.
I know, it's that cheap shit. Like, it's a great value mumbo sauce.
Like a great value Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yes, that part. Chicken nugget sauce, straight up the Walmart condiment line. But like, I think that's what happens when you get a whole bunch of niggas in one place. There are some people that are there for the cause, and there are some people that are there for the clout. And that's the biggest issue. Some people want to go there and like preach the rightful protest, and some people just want to go there to show their ass.
Okay, so with the chicken sandwich, if there was no social media, would people be killing?
Fuck
and
no.
fighting?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you knew you can go to Popeyes and not go viral, not be important by just going to fucking Popeyes and showing your ass, then you wouldn't go to Popeyes and show your ass. There's always, look, like I told my brand ambassador.
I was like, yo,
You know where I'm going with this. You know where I'm going with this. I know niggas with motives. Because I am niggas with motives.
Fuck that nigga.
Yikes! I know it's so much shit. But like real shit. Like I know when there's a bigger picture in a nigga's mind. Because I am a nigga that always has a bigger picture in his mind.
Yeah, but
You can't play game on a gamer. So like when I know that niggas are going out just to be seen, because I am a nigga that goes out just to be seen, then like that doesn't work on me.
But I feel that in this day and age, if let's just say we had social media, and then the shit was canceled out, it just disappeared.
Okay.
Niggas would still be doing the same shit. Because why?
I disagree.
I
I disagree. I don't think these bitches would be out here pulling each other's weeds out of their hairs if World Star wasn't a thing.
still got cameras.
Yeah, but what does your camera do?
Camera can still send it to TMZ.
I feel like TMZ is like considered in the social media basis. Like of
TMZ still on TV.
I would argue that. He has a point to an extent. I would argue that like if social media wasn't a thing that like people, did you know what TMZ was before you was on Facebook or Instagram?
I've seen it before on TV.
Did you know what TMZ was before you were on before you were on Facebook or Instagram?
Oh, well, see, I can't really talk about that because we've had social media all our life.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we have.
No, we haven't. When did you hop on Facebook? Because I promise you weren't in middle school on Facebook.
No. I was on
Okay,
MySpace.
then. That's what I'm saying.
I was on MySpace.
And MySpace wasn't a viral video sharing kind of website.
And I
like
was,
that's not what
on
that was.
AOL and AIM before that.
Facts, but that's just text messaging.
Old heads.
All right. We are millennials. We are not old heads. Don't you put me in their fucking category.
Okay,
But
I was on Tag World, Black People Meet, Black Planet.
not
nigga.
the BPM. Oh, God.
I was on Black Planet, nigga. Black
Oh,
Planet.
God. But no, like, even in our MySpace days, that wasn't a place where, like, you would post viral videos. Like, that wasn't what MySpace was. Anytime you put anything on MySpace, MySpace was original content. And, like, all reality, outside of the songs that you put on your profile, MySpace was all original content.
Top 5, top 8, top 10. That shit.
All your preference,
Yeah.
what you thought, how you felt, and shit like that. Even your profile, you can even go to your profile music.
Damn, why we ain't talk about that and all that social media time?
Because MySpace is dead. We ain't got time to talk about dead. It's not relevant because Instagram algorithms. Full circle. But no, I think like if you brought this up to me, if you brought this conversation up to me 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I'll give you 15. Popeye's chicken sandwich? Fuck no, I don't think we'd be out here acting like the way we act.
That's what I'm saying. That social media was still out then.
But we wouldn't act. Instagram was out, AIM was out, and shit like that. But before you could start posting viral videos, no, this wouldn't have been a thing. Shout out to Vine for fucking up our lives.
Yeah, but Vine gave us DC on Fly.
True shit.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really following DC on Fly till a while now.
Wow.
The disrespect.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Like I was following him on Instagram when him and Kevin Hart was going back and forth.
Okay.
But like,
but that's disrespect.
Wildin' Out was when I became a DC Young Fly fan.
That nigga was roasting Kevin Hart.
He was.
But then Kevin Hart did say that nigga looked like. Oh, hold on, which one of them said who looked like a roach?
No, Kevin Hart said DC Young Fly got a roach on his forehead.
Yeah.
He said he got a roach right there on his forehead with the DC tattoo. But yeah, no, Kevin Hart will never touch DC Young Fly. But like, Kevin Hart's out here killing The Rock, so we good. Like, he's killing Dwayne Johnson. His Halloween costume, flawless.
Fanny pack to the side. That shit was killing, dog. That nigga was like this. I want to know where he got that wig from.
Bro, you telling
That shit almost looked identical.
A James Brown extra from the James Brown movie. That's where he got that shit from. But anyways. But anyways, no, I think that's what happens when you put too many niggas in a social media environment, like generation. That's what happens when you put too many niggas in one place.
So you think a nigga got his ass whooped jumping into that drive-through window
Because we're in a social media era.
Because he wanted to get
No, I
he
think-
wanted to be viral?
No, I don't think because he wanted to be viral. I think because we are in a social media era.
But
It's not about it's not always about the victim or the culprit. Sometimes just the era that we are in. If you would have asked me, do I think that would have happened if Popeyes would have given out that chicken sandwich 10, 15 years ago? I would say no.
well, I'm gonna tell you like this. It was Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A invested in the Popeyes, said, yo, we about to boost the fuck out of y'all sales. Because we want that money from y'all. Have you ever seen a Chick-fil-A line short, even with all this chaos going on with Popeyes?
No.
So what's that lead you to believe?
That Chick-fil-A is still quality.
Chick-fil-A is the bougie version. And they said, look, we're going to invest in y'all because we know the niggas love y'all too.
He's not wrong.
Niggas love Chick-fil-A.
They love chicken. That's the whole point. I'm trying to say.
Nigger. Nigger.
They was just like this. They was like, look.
Fried chicken? Nigger. Any other kind of chicken? Nigger.
Hey, peep this though. Have you ever seen Chick-fil-A in the hood?
No, I haven't.
No.
So what makes more sense? Chick-fil-A investing into Popeyes to keep their brand image and making money off of this quality chicken sandwich that people are going fucking bazooks. I made that shit up, I think. Bazooks.
Bazooks is definitely a made up word, but I'm
Yes.
absolutely 100% tracking everything you're saying right now because my mind is blown right now. Like,
So they look like they went just like this. They was like, all right, look. They probably had like a meeting and shit. They was like, look, KFC, you're not really fucking with us no more. So I don't even want to talk to y'all. Then they was like, hey, but Popeyes, you know what? Bring your ass over.
bring that ass here, boy.
It was like, bring that ass here, boy. Because you know what? Y'all sales look all right. Y'all still ain't nowhere near us.
Facts.
KFC is the closest thing to us, but we ain't gonna ever let them ever surpass us.
Facts.
So you know what? Let's help y'all out. Y'all money level ain't.
Here's a chicken sandwich. Here's 2 buns.
Yeah.
And some pickles.
Yeah, here. Hey. So you know that chicken sandwich we got? Yeah. We know about that shit.
Hey, yo, tell J Pat we going to Popeyes after we leave this motherfucker, by the way.
Look. Yeah. I know about that. I know about that chicken sandwich. All right, look. So all you got to do is the formula. Oh shit. The Krusty Krab formula finally being revealed. 2 pickles.
And some chicken nugget sauce.
Fried the chicken. You get a bottom bun and a top bun. Put some butter on the top. Secret.
Oh, bad.
Revealed.
Yo, I refuse to. No, I'm not giving Popeyes credit for the epidemic of where black people are stabbing each other outside a restaurant. We've been doing that shit.
No, nigga, not for chicken sandwiches. Bro, just
That's
this.
because you in Baltimore buying that Wombo sauce instead of fucking being in DC buying that Mumbo sauce. That's the difference here.
Look, just this week, a female drove directly into somebody to cut in a line. So she created an accident just so
Was
she
it on
could-
camera?
I ain't see it.
But was it on camera?
But I did see the post that said it. And
Bruh,
I seen the
it's
car
all
like
about
this.
the cloud
Look,
game.
I seen the car just like this. Like
People
I'm like,
think it's acceptable to do crazy shit in today's society because they know it's going to go viral.
I'm gonna go right back.
Whether there's a camera or not.
Hey, bro, I'm going right back to this. Do you think that nigga jumped out the car and jumped in the window, got his ass whooped because he wanted to go viral? That nigga said,
Yes.
Bro, that nigga,
Yes.
he jumped out of the car and got his ass beat and hopped right back
Bruh,
in the
no
car.
sensible nigga would have did that 15 years ago. No sensible nigga would have jumped in a Popeyes window through his car window 15 years ago.
But we had niggas that was doing crazy shit though back then, 15 years
Yes,
ago.
like
Actually,
hookers and blow, but
No,
like I'm
matter of
talking
fact-
about jumping through.
wow.
But I'm talking about jumping through the drive-through window.
Yeah, we had
from
somebody
your
15
driver's
years ago
seat.
doing that shit.
Nah,
it just
nigga.
wasn't all black people doing this shit.
The mayonnaise sapiens were like, I heard y'all got the Philly cheesesteak. I'm trying to jump through the McDonald's drive-through to get some.
Yeah, it was a matter of fact.
God,
was
I
it,
gotta
man?
stop saying that.
Yeah,
This is the last episode I want to see mayonnaise sapiens. I promise y'all.
No, it's not.
Facts.
why do you say that?
Say what?
Mayonnaise sapiens.
I'm not gonna get into detail why he would say that, but I'm just let you know.
Is it because they like mayonnaise a lot?
No, it's because they look like mayonnaise. Have you ever looked at the hue of mayonnaise? It's like before the tanning booth.
It's like
pale.
It's like
Wintertime pale. That's what it is. Wintertime pale. That's what.
oh, you know what? I keep thinking.
You got anything else before we got?
Nah. I kept thinking of Miracle Whip.
You got anything else before we get out here? Any positive notes to leave out on?
Stay black, get married, drink, fuck a lot.
In what order? In what order?
I think I'm doing all that except for the married part. So.
In what order?
Well, you be black every day of your life, so never switch. Okay. That about wraps it up. All right.
Your kids are not mine. With that being said, to all my millennials, being your age is a sin, and no one wants to hear your woes. And to everybody else, this has been another episode of the Our Sins and Woes podcast. Thank you for joining in. Peace.